Epson is a Japanese multinational electronics company and one of the world's largest manufacturers of printers and information and imaging related equipment. Headquartered in Suwa, Nagano, Japan, the company has numerous subsidiaries worldwide and manufactures inkjet, dot matrix, thermal and laser printers for consumer, business, and industrial use, scanners, laptop and desktop computers, video projectors, watches, point-of-sale systems, robots and industrial automation equipment, semiconductor devices, crystal oscillators, sensing systems and other associated electronic components. The company has developed as one of manufacturing and research and development, formerly known as Seiko, of the former Seiko Group, a name traditionally known for manufacturing Seiko timepieces. Seiko Epson was one of the major companies in the Seiko Group, but is neither a subsidiary nor an affiliate of Seiko Group Corporation. The roots of Seiko Epson Corporation go back to a company called Daiwa Kogyo, Limited, which was founded in May 1942 by Hisao Yamazaki, a local clock shop owner and former employee of Kei Hattori, in Suwa, Nagano. Daiwa Kogyo was supported by an investment from the Hattori family, founder of the Seiko Group, and began as a manufacturer of watch parts for Daini Seiko, currently Seiko Instruments. The company started operation in a 230 square meter, 2,500 square feet, renovated Miso storehouse with 22 employees. In 1943, Daini Seiko established a factory in Suwa for manufacturing Seiko watches with Daiwa Kogyo. In 1959, the Suwa factory was split up and merged into Daiwa Kogyo to form Suwa Seiko Ltd., the forerunner of the Seiko Epson Corporation. The company has developed many timepiece technologies, such as the world's first portable quartz timer, Seiko QC951, in 1963, the world's first quartz watch, Seiko Quartz Astron 35 SQ, in 1969, the first automatic power-generating quartz watch, Seiko Auto Quartz, in 1988, and the spring drive watch movement in 1999. The watch business is the root of the company's ultra-precision machining and micromechatronics technologies and still a major business for Seiko Epson, although it accounts for a low percentage of total revenues. Watches made by the company are sold through the Seiko Watch Corporation, a subsidiary of Seiko Group. The watch brand Orient Watch, also known as Orient Star, has been owned by Epson since 2009 and was fully integrated into the company in 2017. Printers. In 1961, Suwa Seiko established a company called Shinshu Seikiko as a subsidiary to supply precision parts for Seiko watches. When Seiko was selected to be the official timekeeper for the 1964 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, a printing timer was required to time events, and Shinshu Seiki started developing an electronic printer. In September 1968, Shinshu Seiki launched the world's first mini printer, the EP101, EP4 electronic printer, which was soon incorporated into many calculators. In June 1975, the name Epson was coined for the next generation of printers based on the EP101, which was released to the public. The Epson name was coined by joining the initials EP, electronic printer, and the word son, making Epson mean electronic printer's son. In April of the same year, Epson America Incorporated was established to sell printers for Shinshu Seikiko. In June 1978, the TX80, TP80, and 80-column dot matrix printer, was released to the market and was mainly used as a system printer for the Commodore PET computer. After 2 years of further development, an improved model, the MX80, MP80, was launched in October 1980. It was soon advertised as the best-selling printer in the United States. By 1982, Epson reportedly had 75% of the printer market. Its products were so beloved that Steve Wozniak joked, "I doubt we'll ever bomb Japan as long as they make Epson printers." In July 1982, Shinshu Seiki officially named itself the Epson Corporation and launched the world's first handheld computer, the HX20, HC20, and in May 1983, the world's first portable color LCD TV was developed and launched by the company. In November 1985, Suwa Seiko Sako, Limited and the Epson Corporation merged to form Seiko Epson Corporation. The company developed the micro-piezo inkjet technology, which used a piezoelectric crystal in each nozzle and did not heat the ink at the print head while spraying it onto the page, and released the Epson MJ500 inkjet cartridge for the Epson Stylus 800 printer in March 1993. Shortly after, in 1994, Epson released the first 720 dpi color inkjet printer, the Epson Stylus Color, P860A, utilizing the micro-piezo head technology. Newer models of the Stylus series employed Epson's special DURA bright ink and used two hard drives, an HD 850 and an HD 860. In 1994, Epson started to outsource sales representatives to help sell their products in retail stores in the United States. The same year, they started the Epson Weekend Warrior sales program. The purpose of the program was to help improve sales, improve retail sales reps' knowledge of Epson products, and to address Epson customer service in a retail environment. Reps were assigned on weekend shifts, typically around 12 to 20 hours a week. Epson started the Weekend Warrior program with TMG Marketing, now Mosaic Sales Solutions, and later with Keystone Marketing Inc., then returned to Mosaic, and switched again to Campaigners Incorporated on June 24, 2007 after the Mosaic contract expired. The sales reps of Campaigners Incorporated are not outsourced. Epson hired rack jobbers to ensure retailers displayed products properly, freeing up its regular sales force to concentrate on profitable sales solutions to value-added resellers and system integrators, leaving retail to reps who did not require sales skills. Personal computers. Epson entered the personal computer market in 1983 with the QX10, a CP/M compatible Z80 machine. By 1986, the company had shifted to the growing PC market with the Equity line. Epson manufactured and sold any CPC 9801 clones in Japan. Epson withdrew from the international PC market in 1996. The company still produces and sells PCs in Japan as of 2024. In June 2003, the company became public following their listing on the first section of the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Since 2017, the company is a constituent of the Nikkei Stock Average Index. Although Seiko Group Corporation, F/K/AK Hattori, Hattori Seiko, and Seiko Holdings, and the key members of the Hattori family still hold approximately 10% of the outstanding shares of Seiko Epson, the company is managed and operated completely independently from Seiko Group. Seiko Watch Corporation, a division of Seiko Group, produces Seiko timepieces in-house through its subsidiaries as well as delegates the manufacture of some of its high-end watches, Seiko Astron, Grand Seiko, Creditor, etc., to Epson. The company makes some of Seiko's highest-grade watches at the Micro Artist Studio inside its Chiajiri plant in Chiajiri, Nagano. Besides Seiko timepieces, Epson develops, designs, manufactures, markets, and sells watches under its own brands such as Trum, Orient and Orient Star. In 2004, Epson introduced their RD1, the first digital rangefinder camera on the market, which supports the Leica M mount and Leica M39 mount lenses with an adapter ring. Because its sensor is smaller than that of the standard 35mm film frame, lenses mounted on the RD1 have a narrower field of view by a factor of 1.53. In 2006, the RD1 was replaced by the RD1S, a cheaper version with identical hardware. Epson has released a firmware patch to bring the RD1 up to the full functionality of its successor, being the first digital camera manufacturer to make such an upgrade available for free. In November 2011, Epson entered the smart glass market under the Moverio brand. The BT100 was the first consumer smart glass with transparent optics, which were popular with drone pilots for providing a first-person view while still being able to see the drone in the sky. In September 2012, Epson introduced a printer called the Expression Premium XP800 Small-in-One, with the ability to print wirelessly. The Expression brand name has since been used on various models of scanners. In the third quarter of 2012, Epson's global market share in the sale of printers, copiers, and multifunction devices amounted to 15.2%. In September 2015, Epson debuted the ET4550 printer, which enables the user to pour ink into separate inkwells from ink bottles instead of cartridges. In 2016, Epson presented the large-format SureColor SCP-10000 ink printer. It prints with inks in 10 colors on paper up to 44 inches, 1.1 m, wide. To control its printers, Epson introduced a printer control language, the Epson Standard Code for Printers, or ESC/P. It became a de facto industry standard for controlling print formatting during the era of dot matrix printers, whose popularity was initially started by the Epson MX80. Epson Robots is the robotics design and manufacturing department of Epson. Seiko Epson produces some microcontrollers, such as the S1C63. In 1980, Epson started the production of robots. Ink cartridge controversies. In July 2003, a Netherlands-based consumer association advised its 640,000 members to boycott Epson inkjet printers. The organization alleged that Epson customers were unfairly charged for ink they could never use. Later that month, however, the group retracted its call for a nationwide boycott and issued a statement conceding that residual ink left in Epson cartridges was necessary for the printers to function properly. Epson designed ink to be left in the cartridges, having done so ever since the introduction of piezoelectric print heads, due to the way the capping mechanism worked. If the capping mechanism dries out, then the heads risk getting clogged, necessitating expensive repairs. Nonetheless, Epson America Incorporated settled a class action lawsuit brought before the Los Angeles Superior Court. It did not admit guilt, but agreed to refund $45 to anyone who purchased an Epson inkjet printer after April 8, 1999, at least $20 of which must be used at Epson's e-store. According to IDG News Service, Epson filed a complaint with the U.S. International Trade Commission, ITC, in February 2006 against 24 companies that manufactured, imported, or distributed Epson-compatible ink cartridges for resale in the U.S. On March 30, 2007, ITC Judge Paul Luckern issued an initial determination that the cartridges in question did infringe upon Epson's patents. In 2015, it emerged that Epson printers reported cartridges to be empty when in fact up to 20% of their ink remains. As in 2003, the company responded. The ink reporting and ink cartridges used in Epson's Stylus Pro 9900 series large format printer reports on ink levels and simultaneously protect the health of the print head. During print head maintenance or cleanings, if a cartridge doesn't have enough ink to complete the cleaning, a fuller cartridge must be used. However, users have the choice to swap out a cartridge that is reporting low levels for a fuller cartridge for the cleaning maintenance as needed, and then replace it with the original cartridge to use the remaining ink. The original cartridge does not need to be discarded. Thank you for watching this video.